This is Dolores bar. I wanted to play where the heart of the city comes together on the weekends. That felt like a really cool way to integrate like our performer, modular synth community with the outdoors and where people congregate on the weekends, and that felt like a really cool thing to do. And in terms of my setup, I have this 12 eurorack, and I've been able to play a lot of shows, and every track has been quite different. You can tweak a few parameters like beats per minute, or you know, the multiply divide of how all the modules connect, and very easily you can go from something that's like down-tempo chill ambient to something that's like intense dance floor action. And so today I went for a more like a little bit amped up sets, and but more interestingly I added a skiff, which is like an extra 1U rack of modules. And I've been falling in love with these endorphin modules from Spain, and notably their ground control and Queen of Pentacles, which are like 909 bass drums and sequencers. And one of the highlights right next to that is called an Ectocore for the nerds out there. And the Ectocore is this rare module that harkens to the drum and bass like late 90s years. And it's giving all of the break beats and amen tracks and like tum tum chat cat tum chat, that stuff. And so as soon as I got a hold of that module, I realized I had gold, because this module became a transition between all my drum systems. I have 3 drum systems in my rig. I have one by Qubit that's very you can really like manually like change how the hi-hat speed and how the kick speed like go. Very like manual and intense, with kind of in a way, if you were playing guitars with drums with guitar, in that way where you can just like really manipulate everything. The other main drum system is Erica Synth Techno Systems sequencer. This one enables you to have like more oomph. It's also 909 driven, and for all the Roland 909 lovers out there, I'm one of you. And so basically, like, I am doing a triangular shift between these 3 drums and sequencers, with the additional like amen break drum and bass to facilitate like the breaks to transition between those like 3 main drum tracks. And so in between of all that, there are some like voices, like synth voices, and so I always like to use a little bit of like human voice samples to have a little bit of like the human connection. It's not just machine, because it's a human playing the machine, and it feels like a wasted opportunity when you just play like bleep bloops and you lose the human interface. And modular synth is really about human interface, and I like to bring the voice samples to remind us that like this is just about us humans essentially playing music. So I had one of my first samples was Ave Maria from the opera, which has kind of like epic, glorious, symphonic kind of churchy almost vibe, different from what my beliefs are, which are non-religious. But the second one was a poem a friend of mine recorded about a dream she had, being stuck on a pole and being afraid to fall down. And it's all going like, I'm afraid to fall down. I'm afraid I might not be able to reach the ground. I can't stand not making sure I might not fall down. I think I might fall. And I think between the 2 samples, there's a good dichotomy between like the gloriousness of like the angels and the fear we have in human beings to, you know, essentially not be good enough or have anxieties and fears about whether it be life or performance or love or anything. There is some high-powered sequencing. When I was a little kid back in France, my dad used to take me to this lake. This lake was beautiful, but it had like on the far end in this like reclusive beach, it had a power station that ran like high voltage electricity. And I told my dad when I was like 7 years old that like I loved the sound of the voltage and how it made me feel alive. And he told me in his words, and he passed away, bless his soul, he told me in his words, "You're crazy. Enjoy nature." And I was enjoying nature, but like I fell in love with voltage that day. And I've been seeking that to this day, and this is the driving force behind my creation. Nature, love, passion, people, friends, voltage, and the music. Being an artist, I tend to have more of like a singular voice, and I want to share my experience, les individuels. And so I want to thank my friends. I want to thank Corey for facilitating this show. I want to thank Chris for bringing his funky short bus. The people who came here to celebrate in this beautiful summer day in late September in San Francisco. There's more coming soon, so stay tuned.